property market continues to evolve from affordable to prime and beyond, alongside the changing lifestyles, shifting financial objectives, and diverse preferences of people looking to buy and invest in this sector. On our property pick of the week, we navigate the landscape and bring you beautifully designed homes, ideal for families, as well as sound investment options. Last week, a state-of-the-art lighting center, Vish Electric, was launched in Westlands. Stay tuned for a sneak peek of the new premises and hear what professionals have to say about the products. As usual, we also have some snippets from a homeowner, as well as great tips on how to get deals. Hello and welcome once again to another exciting episode of The Property Show. We have so much lined up for you today. Sit back and enjoy the show. As always, there is something for everyone. When it comes to buying a home, today's property buyer is more discerning, demanding, and sophisticated. In fact, many people are looking for a home that can help them create a certain lifestyle. Our pick of the week brings you just that, the Great Wall Apartments, a prime residential apartment project, sure to become a new investment destination. Let's have a look.
Great Wall Apartments Phase 2, comprising of 2 and 3 bedrooms, is a modern development in a premier location with easy access to Nairobi's growing infrastructure. The development is located in Mulolongo along Beijing Road. Accommodation for Great Wall Apartments includes spacious lounge, kitchen is fitted with MDF cabinets, colored ceramic floor tiles, inbuilt wardrobes in all the bedrooms, master ensuite with walk-in closet, and self-contained servant quarters. Salient features include tarmacked roads, children play area, secure ample parking for residents and visitors, underground water tank, freshwater borehole, and wastewater treatment plant.
Let's discover another gated community offering a new standard of living in Juja, far away from the hustle and bustle of Nairobi City. A property designed with the family in mind, Juja South Estates.
Juja South Estate is located in the refreshing and natural landscapes of Juja with stunning views of Kilimambogo set on 30 acres of flat land. The pristine development will consist of 81 3- and 4-bedroom townhouses with DSQ and 176 2- and 3-bedroom apartments and penthouses. The completed Phase 1 consists of 32 3- and 4-bedroom townhouses and 80 apartments and penthouses. The design and concept leads to masterpiece development that has been excellently designed to benefit from natural environment. Accommodation includes lounge cum dining, kitchen with ample storage cabinets, master ensuite, and DSQ for the townhouses. Amenities include landscape gardens, boundary wall with electric fence, children's play areas, gym, swimming pool and clubhouse, shopping complex, Cabro paved driveways, borehole and county council water, ample parking, and enhanced security. The 4-bedroom townhouse has a plinth area of 205.2 square meters, while the 3-bedroom has a plinth area of 193.6 square meters. The 2-bedroom apartment has a plinth area of 88 and 91 square meters, and the 3-bedroom penthouse enjoys a plinth area of 172 square meters.
Next, we look at Fast Homes, an affordable development ideal for first-time home buyers. This development is along Mombasa Road after Mololongo. Let's watch.
First Homes. This is a new concept development done with first homeowners and investors in mind, which fronts Mombasa Road, neighbors Delta Plains, Hillcrest Park and Valley View Park estates. The units provide a great chance for investors looking for reasonably priced apartments in a serene and secure gated community. The development comprises of studio apartments and 1- and 2-bedroom apartments. Amenities include a swimming pool, well-manicured lawns, beautiful flower gardens, adequate water storage, electric fence and CCTV cameras, and enhanced security.
Drop us an email or visit our offices to find your dream home from our extensive property listing. We are constantly expanding our footprint, identifying top investment destinations just for you. If you're a real estate developer looking for the best platform to showcase your project, then give us a call and we'll be happy to highlight your property on this show. Next, let's hear The Changing Culture by Kenya Power. Interesting.
Kenya Power promotes ethics and integrity in various ways. Our key strategy is sensitization. So we do this by creating awareness through various programs, through articles in the magazines, and getting to the stakeholders in the forefront. It's a three-pronged approach, whereby we believe in prevention being the first one, deterrence being the other one, and education being the third one. It is true that ethics and integrity cuts across all organizations, and for that we have taken it head on. We have put it on the forefront to make sure we embed the culture in all our processes, so as to protect our balance sheet, our stakeholders' investments, and also to deliver to the people what we promise we're going to deliver. We follow the three-pronged approach, really, which is basically deterrence, prevention, and education. Allow me, if I can just give you a few highlights on the three aspects. Deterrence, we mean that, as the word suggests, we deter from action from happening. This means that we take extra measure to make sure corrupt activities are not in place. This may be in terms of audit, pointing out the loopholes that would come about. Maybe one just leaving their password around. Maybe the keys to our vehicles just being left in the engine and the driver walks away. And maybe even the motorcycles, our meter readers not locking the cycle and just walking away. So we have very many measures in which our property and our interests must be looked after. We also have what we call the Code of Ethics that governs the entire institution. Every employee must sign and adhere to what is in the Code of Ethics. This really tells us what we should do and what we shouldn't do, and should we do it, what would happen. So it regulates. It's like the nervous system of our ethics at Kenya Power. Then we have things like prevention. This basically means that we prevent the misdeed from happening. This could even mean things like having physical grills, having safes, having alarms, having tracking systems in our cars. It could also mean that we have recommendations from audit. It could also mean that we refer this matter for punishment and disciplinary action to security or other departments so that other people are deterred by seeing the outcome. But the most preventive and active aspect we use is education. This is where we sensitize people, we train people, we educate people on what corruption is, what it isn't, and how they can change their mindset and sort of have an ethical culture embedded at the workplace. I've always thought that the education bit is most important because it is a proactive aspect. Deterrence and prevention is really corrective and reactive. Kenya Power takes the issue of code of ethics extremely seriously. In fact, one of the first things that our acting managing director and CEO did when he took office in January is to insist that the code of ethics is reviewed and that we incorporate in it all the changes that have taken place in the government, specifically the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012, to make sure it covers all that is in that document. We're in the process. In fact, management has been running talks on the top 3 layers of management. That's the general managers, the managers, and the chief officers, and the regional managers on sessions dubbed Leadership with Integrity. That has helped me and makes my work so much easier. But in these conversations, issues are brought out, where the challenges are, where the successes are, and how much further we have to walk. What has clearly come out is that, yes, we have walked quite a distance, but there's so much more that we are to do and will do. We've also gone around the regions, entire country covered in the last 2 months, whereby we've been talking to the regional teams and our champions, who we refer to as the integrity champions in every division, just rediscussing the issues of integrity, re-emphasizing the issues of the code of ethics and the various other codes that we have in place. I'm sure you did know, for example, we have a whistleblowing policy in place. These are some of the things we want people to know. Much later, we shall be talking to our stakeholders, that's the public, and this session, of course, helps a lot on the various ways you can also help us fight this challenge that we're having through our different channels. Whistleblowing basically means that you are bringing to the attention in an anonymous way something that is not going right somewhere. We want to look at it like it would be factual, but yes, we do investigate them. It is normally referred to as a very sensitive exercise. In fact, we are very soon going to be on a web-based whistleblowing, such that you do it on the system. It is basically telling us and bringing to our attention what is important and going wrong that we may not have noticed or you have more information to. There are surcharges should you just be spoiling somebody's day or giving us inaccurate facts. So it's something that we really encourage, but mostly we encourage accuracy and not witch hunting. We don't encourage that. But tell us what you know, let us decide, let us investigate.
Next, the accessory spot with Manzil Designs, who handle every aspect of a project from concept to finishing touches. Let's hear more.
The products and services we offer is actually, we offer a full package product, whereby we walk into your house or an office and we give you all the services you need to make that space look appealing. From the flooring to the lighting to the carpeting to the curtains to the artwork, custom made, everything to make a space look appealing. That's what Manzil Decor and Design offers. Beginning we were importing, we still import a few, but now we are moving more towards the custom make because we feel like there's a need for interior decor products to be custom made. So we're coming up with different concepts. So we custom make, we try to locally produce our items. Okay, so some of the items we've produced locally is in this expo, we've been trying to showcase our kitenge. We've been trying to come up with a kitenge. We call it the kitenge concept, whereby we've used kitenge to do table runners. We've also used kitenge to do like napkins, and on that point we've done bone. We've used bone to do nappy holders, and the other products that we've used, we've custom made that I would like maybe in the future to patent is this. This is wood. We've used wood to make tengeneza into different shapes, and we were able to spray paint it. You can get it in silver, in gold, in different designs also. And the other thing that we've also custom made is placemats. We've used the crochet, and this is what we've come up with. You can get it in different colors. And behind me, we've custom made a whole bedding set using kitenge, and also making cushions using the same fabric. So apart from the services we offer, we're trying to come up with our own line of interior decor items which are actually made in Kenya. The Kenyan market, when it comes to interior, is actually growing very rapidly, and we feel like this is the time. Apart from importing, we want to start exporting our own products, yeah? That's where we are working towards. So we felt there was the need and there was the demand for the products. One day, one time, maybe this whole stall will be made in Kenya. Right now, it's partly made in Kenya. I'd encourage people, because we need to be proud of our own stuff. We need to be proud of our own culture. We need to start exporting our own interior decor items instead of just importing them. So I'd encourage people to go for it, yeah? For now, my ideal target market is my Kenyans, my fellow Kenyans, yeah? And later on, maybe I want to expand to East Africa, and later on we want to go to the rest of the world, because actually those people really like our products. It's just us who are not putting it out there. So my market is everyone, I guess, for now. Actually, Manzil Designs, one of our main aims was actually to offer interior design to the middle class. So that's why we're even coming up with such things, yeah? Normally you might not be able to afford. We even have products that range from 900 shillings going all the way to 5,000 shillings, depending with the quality and the design that you want, yeah? So our products are quite affordable. My final remarks is we want to have our own range of products when it comes to interior. Please let's support. You can't do this without your support, yeah? So we're really asking for the Kenyan people to support the range of products we'll be producing in the next coming years, and we're also asking them to come and see what we have in our showroom. Let's promote our own interior design products which are made by Kenyans for Kenyans.
The accessory spot covers endless options for those who love style and interiors. If you have that special piece you'd like to showcase, just call on us. After the break, we have much more. Don't go away. Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Property News is our new segment highlighting events taking place in this sector. Let me start with our upcoming bus tour, the best place to start before embarking on your first home search adventure. Our exciting bus tours will give you an opportunity to see upcoming developments and interact with financial and legal experts while having some fun. Book your seat today. Next, let's shift gears to an exciting event hosted by the East Africa Property Investment Summit, dubbed Unlocking East Africa's Potential. This summit brought together investors, developers, retailers, and financial institutions, plus other industry players. Let's take a look.
I really want to start off by perhaps taking a quick look at what has happened over the last 12 months. Of course, in this particular region, we've seen a number of things. We've seen the geopolitical and economic challenges. They're changing the property landscape in Africa. GDP levels sliding across West and Southern Africa, and now we're seeing across Eastern Africa. The East Africa region, of course, continues to rise. We're seeing some of the fastest growing economies on the continent here in this particular region. We've seen an increased local and global capital being allocated to East African real estate. And of course, there are multiple examples in each of the countries that are represented here. We've also seen the upcoming elections changing political landscapes and investor sentiments, particularly in Kenya and in Rwanda. But an overall improvement in transparency, an ease of doing business in East Africa that has not been seen before. I'm really excited to see what this year and this summit has to bring.
The East African community has five economies. I usually like telling people that the EAC is not a country. It's basically five more or less disparate economies. We have the smallest economy being Burundi, whose GDP is about $2.7 billion US dollars, and the biggest economy in the region is Kenya, with about nearly 70% nominal GDP. Those are the estimates as at the end of 2016. Now, what is interesting about the East African economy is that the smallest economy actually is the weakest, and it's the worst performer among the five EAC countries. We see a bit of consistency in performance, good performance, from two notable economies, that's Rwanda and Tanzania. Kenya and Uganda, their performance has been very, very erratic. On one year you have a good performance, another year you don't have a very good performance. And that speaks to a number of things, the policy dynamics, the structures of those respective economies, and also the political economy. So when you're reflecting about the growth dynamics in the regional economy, you need to look at what's happening at the EAC level collectively and what's happening in the individual economies. We all know that the EAC is a very ambitious regional bloc. We now have a new member called South Sudan. Of course, it has its own challenges. But I think the fact that we've moved quickly from what we can call a customs union into a common market, and we have an aspiration to moving into a monetary union within a given timeline, just tells you the aspiration and the ambition of the region.
Come into this part of the world, what do you think international investors are looking for in an asset that really makes it stand out, and particularly in relation to buying assets when they've got a choice of buying anywhere else in the world? What would you be looking for?
In terms of investments, really, the starting point is, is the market need. I mean, is that asset relevant in that market, and what stage of development is the country? I would say from a supply-demand perspective, there's still a lot that needs to happen in East Africa, or even in Kenya, for example, in terms of grade A, office space, for example. So, I mean, from that perspective, I think you see that a lot of investors are looking. I mean, money is actually sort of gravitating more to these kind of environments, not only East Africa, but I mean, you can also look at West Africa and see what has happened there in terms of the reliance on commodities. We're seeing a number of our clients looking more at East Africa than West Africa, because it's a much more diversified economy. I think it's less dependent on oil. The perspective really is, people are looking for yield. It has to be a good asset. There has to be the market for it. At the end of the day, there's no use just putting up supply and tilting into an oversupply situation.
We're a private equity fund, which is important because we look at investments from the prism of a very short, relatively short time frame, i.e. we've got to invest, we've got 8 years to give our investors back their capital and hopefully a return. So we are long-term investors, but we have very different constraints than other investors who may have a 15, 20-year horizon. So our background is, we've done corporate private equity, energy, and real estate. And within real estate, retail has been a very key plank of what we've done across sub-Saharan Africa. So it's the first malls in Lagos, in Accra, in Lusaka, in Mozambique, and in Kenya. Our experience has been in joint ventureship with a local partner, The Junction, and now Garden City. I think fast forward to 2011 when we acquired 32 acres off Thika Highway. I think it was a bigger punt because we took the time to try and understand where Nairobi was growing, and we identified the eastern catchment as one where there was clearly a lack of any formal retail, and we felt the middle class was going to grow along that corridor very aggressively, in large part because of the highway, reduced commute times, and the significant residential development we were seeing there. So we acquired a 32-acre parcel of land, and on that we've done a mixed-use development. So the retail mall that is Garden City, first phase, 220 residential units, and we're expanding that.
So the answer to green buildings, the tools themselves help you know what a green building is. So internationally, there's the World Green Building Council. Most of the green building councils in the world, there's up to 100. In each country, there's one. So Kenya Green Building Society is the Kenyan one. Has a tool that's internationally acclaimed and recognized, and that's Green Star for us. At the same time, we've realized there's the multinationals who they get funding from the US, so they are requested to use LEED. So we've signed an MOU with the US Green Building Council so that these tools actually come through the Kenya Green Building Society. So there's a framework. And what we've done with all the work previously is created this framework to be contextualized for Kenya, noting our climate is fantastic. As much as there's drought, it's still raining. So you wonder why we have drought. So the tools are there. There's also IFC Edge. We signed the MOU 2 weeks ago with IFC. So there's a tool that's available that actually quantifies in your design. If you save 20% water, we know what the baseline is, so that it's actual figures, and we can link it to the finances that you get back during operational stage.
This week, history was made with the first female elected president of the Architectural Association of Kenya.
Emma, I think, is absolutely up to the job, and it's an honorable job. It is a big responsibility. As I said, it's a serious business. I'm sure you'll be fine. Don't call me for another 1 month. Find your own way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the President's medal in the Architectural Association of Kenya. It may be small, it may not look very impressive, but I think it is an extremely important ornament, and this is the final time that I will have it close to me.
Well done, Kofi.
Our theme is looking back and moving forward. So after 50 years, we're taking stock of where we are now as an association, as professions in the built environment, that is architects, engineers, town planners, quantity surveyors, among others, and taking stock and seeing what have we achieved in the last 50 years and what do we plan to achieve. In the last 50 years, I think the numbers of professionals in the country, in the built environment, have increased by leaps and bounds. And more significantly for me especially, we have seen the number of women in the built environment increasing. In the past, we were probably about 5% of all professionals, but right now I would easily say, even at the universities, there's almost a 50-50 ratio with male counterparts and female counterparts. So I think it's been, in the 50 years, the number of women have increased, which I think is good for the country and society at large when you have diversity and representation from all genders. Not only in terms of change of leadership and the face of leadership in terms of women, we have increased the number of chapters. We started with 4 chapters and now we have 7 chapters. So there are new professions that have come into the industry, and we're even foreseeing more professions as work becomes more specialized as an association. In built environment, in general, not only as an association, the last 50 years have been very significant. The population of Kenya has doubled, and there's been a lot of pressure on urban areas. So we've seen sort of a decrease in the quality of construction that is put out. Just in the 80s and 90s is when we saw a rise in informal settlements, and really housing has become a great challenge. So on the downside, we're seeing our urban fabric, our built environment could do better in terms of quality. 50 years ago, hearing of a collapsing building was a very, very rare phenomenon, but now almost every 3 months, every quarter of the year, there's always a sad incident of collapsing building and loss of life. So there's something there for us as professionals, as practitioners in the built environment, to really look back and see what are we doing wrong that we were not doing wrong 50 years ago. But all hope is not lost. I think there's also a lot, just as I had highlighted, in the numbers of members of our association. It started with 22 and now we're 2,000 strong in terms of members. The real estate industry right now is quite vibrant, and we see with the demand, with the growth in the economy and expansion of the middle class, we're seeing a lot of uptake of a lot of new developments. So it's very vibrant. This year, things may slow down a little bit because of the election and also because of the cap on the interest rates. But still very, very optimistic. We cannot compare to times gone by in the 90s where things were almost at a standstill. So it is a bright future, but a challenge to us as professionals is to maintain a very high standard and quality of construction. I think women, this is our chance. This is our moment for taking. I think a lot of developers are coming in who are female developers. A lot of professionals are women, and we've seen such an increase in what was traditionally a male-dominated field becoming a female-dominated field. Well, it's just to thank the membership of the Architectural Association of Kenya for entrusting me with this role. I do not take it lightly. I see myself really as a model to also other young female professionals in showing them that leadership, this is their time for leadership, and there is nothing they cannot do. So it's a great privilege that I've been able to sort of break this glass ceiling for many others. So as a parting shot, I look forward to serving the association. I look forward to growing the association by leaps and bounds in terms of membership, in terms of programs, and in terms of contribution to community at large.
Emma, congratulations. Finally, last week, a state-of-the-art lighting center, Fish Electric, was launched in Westlands. Let's hear what the professionals had to say about their products.
Let me ask one of the engineers maybe who have used the products. Let me give it to Engineer Getao. Maybe you can tell us your experience of using the products.
My name is Engineer Patrick Karani Getao. I'm from Mycharian Associates. Mycharian Associates is a company which is known of, have done a number of projects. And out of my own experience as a project engineer in the company, I've used Howell, me and my colleagues. And the best thing about Howells is that they are cost friendly. If I talk about the Fish Electric, which has a relationship with most of the consulting firms, which is a long relationship, they are cost friendly, and also they have qualified for the test of time, because the kind of project we have done is more than 5 years. And we have worked in a number of projects like Lundaview Apartments, We have worked on Temus, which are projects which are known by people. And as I can confirm, we are proceeding with a number of projects which are working with Havels hand in hand. Thank you very much.
Anthony, I can see you. You can give us your opinion.
We've worked with Vish Electric. There's some hotels that we've done, and so far so good. That the main issue, the main thing that impressed me with Vish Electric is their support service. 1 year or 2 years down the line, they're still willing to cooperate and give us spares, maybe give us maybe like bulbs that have blown off. We are very appreciative of that. And on Havels, we've used Havels consumer units, and our clients are very appreciative of Havels products. And we look forward to working together with Havels under Vish Electric. It's a pleasure.
Thank you
very much. I'm very impressed by what I saw. I think a lot of the products are very high standard, and what I liked the most is that there's a large variety. So when you're talking to customers, you have a large variety for them to pick from. And I also went around, if you saw me, I was tapping on the light fixtures to see the kind of material they're made out of. So I can say that I think they're all very good quality products.
Whether you're reading or just relaxing at home, the right lights can make all the difference and add instant style and function to your space. Good news to our viewers, Vish Electric is offering a 20% discount on all their products. All you need to do is confirm you have watched them on this show. It's that time we knock at another door for an inspiring home ownership story.
I'm an accountant, and I've been working for a number of years. And at the moment, I live in Karibu Homes. The journey has been tough because in Nairobi, the property market is, okay, it's opening up, but the prices have been out of reach. So when I came across Karibu Homes, I viewed the property. Apart from the distance, I felt that in a way it was meeting my needs in terms of finances. Because where I work, I can't get mortgage facilities. And so I had to depend on my savings and a top up here and there. So the SACCO really came up handy. At the same time, I had some savings that I used as the deposit, and then I went for it. For me, in the last 1 year prior to buying this property, I was really looking for a home where I can settle, and I was thinking of actually building, constructing. So I had the plots, but of course they were far from town. And the challenge for the plot was who will supervise during the works. So when I came across the Karibu Homes offer, I was glad, because at least I will not be involved in the day-to-day construction, and it gave me a peace of mind. Yeah, because according to their brochures, they'll just give you step by step how far you've gone. They keep on reminding you when a payment is due. And then finally, in fact, I remember the last email that they did telling me the home is ready. It was in the evening. I had worked late in the office. I was just about to shut down. Then I saw an email popping up. I opened it, and they were saying your home is ready. And I was, in a way, I was not sure whether I was ready for it or not. I was told your home is ready, make plans to finish whatever was remaining and take up. There's just one of the documents that had to be signed by a lawyer, And I was lucky because one of my buddies is a lawyer. So I just informed her and she told me it's okay. Can just bring, we go through because of the jargon. I asked her to go through and see that everything is okay. And she went through it and that was it. I didn't have much to do with the lawyers. I like the sitting room, it's spacious. And even the bedrooms compared to where we were living and paying the rent. The environment is good, although most of the owners have not come in. So at the moment we are having a lot of space and it's good for the child. And at least there is a court where the child is able to play. Even adults, if you have time, there's a place you can play and rewind. And then the best part is that in the evenings we take the walks. Within the compound, there is security. So you are able to do your walks. Even when you are late, you can do it even at 10. You just go around the blocks and do your exercises. It may not be my dream home, but for now it's serving the purpose. Because for one, the issue of rent is out. And then for future, I would prefer to be, you see, these are flats. So I would prefer to have my own compound and all that. There was a time I met someone at a bank, and I was actually looking at the properties that they have, the options. Of course, they were out of reach that time. He gave me very good advice. He told me, don't look at it like the property that you first buy must be your dream house. Just use it as a stepping stone, because once you get the property, you can use it as to get another, probably a loan, and you end up with the dream house that you want. Probably I should have started this journey earlier. Yeah, because looking at it in terms of, okay, I used to feel like Athi River is very far, and I was aware there are so many properties being developed, and I never used to come around checking. So looking back, probably I should have started this journey earlier. I should have gone round and compared whatever's the various offers that were there. And also probably I would have saved more so that I get the property that I desire. My advice to the aspiring homeowners would be to start saving early, to do their research, not to fear the distance, to walk around before they make their decision. Finally, I'd say Karibu Home is a good home, especially for young families. And I would advise those who are able to come and view the properties and see if they can make a choice and join us. Otherwise, I'm glad I left my landlord.
Would you like to share your home ownership journey, challenges along the way, and the excitement? Just call on us and let's have chai and inspire the next homeowner. The Property Show is all about diverse investment options shaping the landscape. That's it for today, and thank you for watching. Connect with us on our social media platforms for investment trends. See you again next Sunday. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.